Warning, this video is intended for a mature audience. You understand? Viewer discretion is advised. Yay! Alright, this is Billy Bob Tanley here, people, and this is a request from Chain Slaughter, and it was uploaded by Channel Awesome. And the name of this video is Megamind, Nostalgia Critic. Fuck yeah, let's check it out. Yay! Oh, okay. Short intro.
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remember it so you don't have to.
Yeah!
When you hear DreamWorks animation, usually what comes to mind is Shrek, Kung Fu Panda, How to
Yeah.
Train Your Dragon, Baby's First Oh My God, Shut Up meme.
I didn't watch that shit.
Surprisingly, more often than not, Megamind.
I've heard of
It's the
it.
wrong way, but why?
I don't know. What's so great about it? It's called
Make no
Megamind.
mistake, I thought the film was alright. I thought it was pretty clever and had a funny idea. But people really seem to connect with this flick.
So it's
More
not a
attention
bad
was brought to
movie?
it, though, when apparently the Batman and Robin of DreamWorks sequels was released this year. It's got a
Oh,
lot of people looking back to re-examine why
good
it
versus
worked so
evil.
well, and yeah, I guess I wanted to revisit it for similar reasons too. As someone who saw this film as totally fine,
Wait, is he an
but not
alien gay
huge,
or alien blue something?
I've been interested in why so many people adore it as much as they do. I guess since it came out in 2010, you could argue many people
2010,
grew up with it, so
okay.
it is nostalgia. But I don't think it's just that. I knew a lot of fully grown adults
Ugh.
who felt like this movie was really speaking to them, and I found that kind of fascinating. So,
Well, whatever floats your boat, I guess.
Since it came out, I want to give this film another go and see why so many people swear by it, and examine whether or not I'm missing something.
Alright, let's see
Back in
it.
Time to when Twilight and Jersey Shore were all the rage. Okay, I'm already
Jersey
seeing why people
Shore.
valued this. Let's take a look at Megamind. The film opens with a monologue from our hero/villain named Megamind, played by Will Ferrell, who seems
Oh,
to
he's
be
a.
falling
Well, I
to
didn't
his
know Will
doom.
Ferrell did the
Here's
thing.
my day so far.
I'm falling to my death. How did it all come to this, you ask?
How did it come to? I bet you're wondering how I got here. Intro. Now,
I've
to be
seen
fair,
that
This is
a lot.
over a decade old and a family film, so I think you can give that trope a little leeway.
I had a fairly standard childhood. I was 8 days old
creepy
and
as shit.
still living with my parents.
A flashback shows his world literally crumbling, as even when he's the only survivor of an alien race, he's still less important than someone else.
Who destroyed his
Far
world,
better-looking
Galactus?
alien race sends their last surviving child too, and he takes what would have been his life of luxury as Megamind
So there's
literally
two of
lands
them.
in jail. This obvious loose reality says sure, why not, and allows the prisoners to raise Megamind in the ways of evil.
And now
Really?
for building objects.
Cops
of
didn't see
mayhem.
that?
He sadly has no powers apart from extreme intellect, and when he goes to school, he sees his rival as all sorts of bells and whistles. Most of them very showy in 3D. Yes, this film
Homelander?
tries hard to remind us that this was in fact made for 3D.
Good receives all the praise. Evil is sent to quiet time in the corner.
How's this normal to
He's an
everybody?
outcast in jokes that probably wouldn't play too well today, but I still think are kind of funny. Megamind decides to embrace his villainhood. They grow up years later still fighting, as his nemesis becomes a superhero adopting the name
Well,
Metro,
okay.
voiced by Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt.
So you may notice this is in the days when DreamWorks Animation was still trying to figure out their style.
It's just creepy.
Funny thing is, they were pretty good at making unappealing characters look appealing.
Shrek.
Like Megamind or his monster sidekick played by David Cross, simply named Minion. Yes, there was another anime movie
a
sidekick
damn
that year,
fish.
Minion and Sally, that's not the one objectifying merchandise. But whenever they need to make characters
The
look
Minion.
pure attractive, that's bizarrely when they start to look ugly. Like local damsel in distress reporter Roxanne Ritchie, played by Tina Fey.
Is there some kind of nerdy super
got the hair-
bracelet
Karen
where you
haircut.
get Tesla coils and blinky dials?
She's supposed to be a knockout, but she just looks like the boss baby with hair. I think it's the creepy huge eyes. And flushed cheeks.
They all got weird
They all
eyes.
look like
What are you talking
Margaret
about?
Key mannequins. I don't like
Oh my
looking at
god,
them.
that was creepier.
I guess Metro Man looks okay, even though he's eerily close to looking like the president from Monsters vs. Aliens. God, wait,
Oh,
some of these early
I didn't
DreamWorks
watch that
characters
movie.
gross me out. He looks like a California raisin.
Don't panic, Roxy. I'm on my way.
I'm not panicking.
Megamind lures Metro Man to a false location, planning to zap him with a death ray. They trade supposedly good quips back and forth.
I think your warranty is about to expire.
Maybe I got an extended warranty.
Warranties are invalid.
Girls,
What the
girls,
hell,
you're
Mama?
both pretty. Can I go home now?
She just called them girls.
I think I'm gonna say that whenever an internet battle over anything happens. Megamind's surprise, Metro Man admits his secret weakness is copper, so he's unable to escape and
So he's
blown
like
up with a death
Superman
ray.
with Critic. That's great. Ugh.
I hate
The
how
fuck?
every bit of advertising gave away he's not really dead. Even the IMDb shows he's fine. Because otherwise this would be one of my favorite
What
dark
is that
makeouts.
then?
I want you to carry on with the dreary, normal things you... Let's just have fun with this, come on.
With no one to
I
stop
don't
him,
know.
Megamind takes over the city, doing pretty much whatever he wants, but almost instantly feels empty.
We have it all. Then
Well, we know
why
he's
do I
not dead.
feel so melancholy.
I will admit, for a DreamWorks animated superhero movie, this is kind of a different angle.
What'd you
I
all
love The
think about this
Incredibles, I think
movie?
it's a bare film, but it does go more the
Oh yeah, I
traditional
know about The
route.
Incredibles.
This is definitely a different take. At least in terms of how family superhero movies go.
I've made a horrible mistake.
It's a family movie.
You. I didn't think it would really work.
Megamind goes to the Metro Man Museum to figure out why he feels nothing and coincidentally bumps into Roxanne. Oh, and look, Ben Stiller's voice for some reason.
Bernard, I'll just be another minute.
His head.
Okay.
Oh, and his kids voice some students too? What, do you have a
I
hand
don't
in
know.
making it or something? Oh, he did! With Guillermo del Toro?
I don't know.
J.K. Simmons. Okay, I'm gonna stop randomly naming people because they just show up here.
Yeah, I don't
Disguises
know.
himself as Bernard to talk to Roxanne and figures out what's missing is another hero for him to fight.
That was
He
him?
uses some of Metro Man's DNA to clone his superpowers.
From this,
Wait, what is it?
we'll extract the source of Metro Man's awesome power.
Okay, I have no idea if this is intentional, but that looks like a cameraman reflection. If that is, then that's automatically the funniest joke in the movie.
I don't know if it is or not.
I just found his
I don't think
secret
it is.
hideout.
Roxanne discovers his hideout,
Why
so
would I do
Megamind
that?
continues the facade of being Bernard. Some of this can be pretty entertaining.
His strength's too much. Oh, I worked out. Well, it's
What the
really
hell's
paying
happening
off.
here?
You know, for a reporter, she doesn't question enough things. The gun with the
False
superpowers
reporter.
accidentally hits her cameraman, Hal, played by Jonah Hill.
I was just about to make my frontal assault to rescue you, but like 50 ninjas tried to attack me.
That's just how Jonah Hill defended the movie Don't Look Up as well.
I did. Whatever the
As his
fuck.
powers grow, Megamind pretends to be his father from another planet, and I never thought you'd have to teach a comedian how to do a Marlon Brando impression, but I think Farrell needs
Just
that
stay
course.
as yourself.
This is a
Make
dream
a
come true. You've been blessed with unfathomable power. I'm like your
Oh.
space dad.
He sounds like the brain has that pierced tongue guy from Rat Race in his teeth. It doesn't work, and not really in a funny way. He tries to train him as a hero and even calls him Titan, but he's so
I miss the old
self-absorbed
style
and rotten, he
nostalgia
can't
critic.
get through to his good side.
To Titan, tomorrow, you will fight Megamind, and the city will know your name.
To the only
All right.
city that looks more like a middle finger than Chicago does.
It kind of does look like a middle finger.
To make Roxanne happy, Megamind cleans up a lot of the damage he did to the city, though she's completely
did a lot of
unaware that she's
damage.
been speaking to him the whole time. And this disturbs Minion.
The bad guy doesn't get the girl.
Maybe I don't want to be the bad guy anymore.
Well, you had no choice.
How about that? A DreamWorks plot that sounds similar to another film this year that's not Disney.
Ants and Bugs Life.
Causes them to have a falling out, leading to both a pathetically sad but also really funny goodbye.
Good luck on your date.
I will.
That doesn't even make any sense.
I know.
How most supervillains say I love you to one another. Roxanne figures out what Megamind is up to in the most nonsensical way.
Falls off a cliff.
See, in this world, that Rise of Skywalker dagger thing could totally work. Nah, it's still good. And Hal reveals
No,
himself as
movie's
Titan.
just.
Savior! You
The hell you
are
doing?
lucky to have such a great hero here.
The contrast to how beautifully elegant the Superman Lois flight is compared to the chaotic clumsiness of Titan and Roxanne just makes the scene all the more hilarious.
I have
A weird
powers.
You don't understand.
Why?
Hal,
This
just take a
isn't
deep
right.
breath and listen
You're
to me for a
supposed to
moment.
be with me.
I'll admit at first I found
Goofy
Hal to be
face.
a pretty boring villain. But when you sadly do meet a few horny, brainless creeps in your life, you do realize the idea of them having superpowers is
Why
kind
does
of
he gotta look
terrifying.
like that?
It's Titan. It's Titan, not Hal.
Man, this is the biggest a-hole Jonah Hill's ever played since Jonah Hill.
That hair.
Sorry, I'm late.
And this
The
causes
fuck
her
happened
to
to
be
her
late to her date. Yeah, how did she get down from that building? And Megamind is accidentally outed.
What about
What the
everything you
fuck?
just
I'm
said?
confused.
Are you so evil?
again, I originally found this third act breakup and liar reveal plot pretty lame the first time.
I don't know.
The expression on his face really says a lot without having to say a lot.
Do you really think that I would ever be with you?
Yeah, you're a bad guy and you're ugly. No. Why are you
The
blue?
way he said that and the way it was animated clearly shows this is all he's ever known. It's not even that he wanted to be this way, it's just that's all he's ever been taught. And he learned it so well that when he tried something else, he was both too good and too bad at it. And you can't really blame Roxanne either, that's all she's ever known him as too.
Man.
A deceiver. I wish it was just a little less rom-com-y,
He's
but it
Megamind.
does still work.
Bring out the Black Mamba.
In light of these events, he plans his classic good versus evil fight with Titan, but Titan never shows. In fact, he's actually doing more evil than good. However, Megamind gets his fight when he reveals he's the one dating Roxanne. This battle is also pretty hilarious.
Come out, you little freak!
I don't
I'm
know.
way too big a sucker for giant, massive, loud machines somehow sneaking around.
Yeah, that's not
Megamind finds out
possible.
Titan is so evil he wants to kill him as opposed to take him to jail. He tries Copper to defeat him, but for some reason it doesn't work. So he goes to Roxanne for help.
I missed the part how he came back to life.
An intro course to meme generator. I might have something with that previous image. She agrees to help.
I never
him.
watched this, so
Titan
I'm
will
really
destroy the city
more
if she
confused.
doesn't. So they go to Metro Man's old home where, like I said, every commercial ruined the twist of Metro Man is still alive.
Okay,
Barbie,
Metro
we
Man.
saw your skeleton.
Titan.
You were dead.
Are you a ghost?
In easily the funniest scene in the film, Metro Man talks about how he decided he was tired of the same old game and he ran away from his responsibilities.
That makes
In a
more
literal
sense.
millisecond.
I decided to go clear my head. I tried to get my mind off how I was feeling.
That was
but
still
I
a
just
dick
felt
move, what you
stuck.
did.
I love this because it's almost like saying if Superman is so fast he could fly around the Earth and time travel, why couldn't he be so fast he could do something like this? There's like a million conflicts that could have been resolved with
What
this.
the hell, that
And it
face?
doesn't even take like a few minutes in his time. It takes like a week.
But what about what I wanted to do? No one said this hero thing had to be a lifetime gig. I can be whatever I
So he
want.
can really slow down time a
This is how he
lot.
promoted reading.
Or pretty much
Clearly
stop
wasn't
it.
a fast reader, so that gives you an idea. He decides to do what most people who abandon their true talents do, go into music.
I have eyes that can see right through lead.
What the fuck?
You can't sing that bad unless the guy who directed these is involved.
I don't know.
He says he's put in his time and he's done, so Megamind decides he's done as well and returns to prison.
Thousands have already fled the city in a mass exodus. Remaining citizens are warned to stay
Just 'cause of
indoors
prison just
until
like
further
that.
notice.
So this is where I get a little split on the movie. Roxanne goes to reason with Titan, but he kidnaps her and uses her as bait to lure out Megamind.
Well, he's a bad guy
To
then
rescue her,
for
and the
doing
villain
that.
fights the hero, but get this, the roles are reversed. And yeah, nothing much funny is done with it.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just
weird.
a pretty generic action scene with pretty generic dialogue.
This is the last time you make a fool out of me!
I made you a hero.
He doesn't
You
look like
did
a
the
hero.
fool thing all by yourself.
And I gotta say it's weird that only 2 major roles are switched up when there's 4 major characters you could use. Obviously Titan has to be the villain, but maybe you could have Roxanne as the hero, and Megamind as the captive, and Metro Man as the person who can't solve the
I
problem.
don't
Or
know.
maybe Megamind as the hero,
It's
Metro
a
Man as the
mindfuck
captive, and
movie.
Roxanne as the person who can't solve the problem. Whatever combo you go with, everyone can discover something different about themselves from a different point of view. I guess you could argue Metro Man's kind of the useless bystander, kind of like what Hal was before.
He needs to
but
do
then
something. He's got
Roxanne's still in the same
superpowers.
role. It just feels like there's more opportunities that could have been taken advantage of here. Because this is so boring to me. Yet they're acting like something like this has never been done in a comedy.
It's just
He's the
terrible.
real hero.
Thing about bad guys, they always lose.
You won.
Well, I finally had a reason.
But he's supposed to be a bad guy.
Good guys now.
Okay,
guess we
good guys
are.
now.
Like, remember when Enchanted brought up the daring idea that a woman can save the day, even though it's been done in a lot of movies by that point?
Yeah,
even in
now it
Disney
has.
films? It
And they're
kinda has
kind
that.
of having an agenda when they do it
I still
too.
like that movie fine, and I still like this one
Strong
too. So I don't know. Maybe
female
I'm reading too much
character.
into it. The focus is still on Megamind, and the point's still gotten across.
Captain
he doesn't
Marvel.
have to be what he thinks fate is
What
determined.
the fuck?
I guess you could argue it is kind of interesting that not every major character has a major part. You could argue it's teaching you that some
He needs to shave his
people
beard or
really
something.
will just leave and never come back. Some folks can overcome,
There
but
you go.
others are just gonna let you down. There was some valuable stuff here for a family film. wish if it wasn't doing anything that new, it'd at least do something really funny. And
This villain sucks.
Fantasy. There is no
He's got
Easter
pussy
bunny,
hair.
there is no Tooth Fairy, and there is no Queen of England.
Okay, it's sometimes fun.
Looks like a
Enter-
bitch in his mom's basement eating a bunch of
brings us to where we
Doritos
start
and
off,
shit.
as he totally dies, y'all. No, he figures a way out and takes away the powers from Titan. He, of course, is the new hero in town and even ends up getting together with Roxanne.
So she banged herself a blue man.
You savages!
Sorry.
And, 2010's anime movie, so of course, there's a dance party at the
Oh
end.
my god. Never mind.
I'm
That was
bad.
excellent.
I'm bad.
He probably killed millions going psycho on that city, but it's all
He
good.
did.
We have fun.
But they don't care.
And that was Megamind. It's
Weird.
not as good as I remember it. Yeah, there was no major development.
I know
watching it
he's a
again
major
that completely
guy,
changed
character,
my
whatever.
mind, but it's still perfectly fine. Maybe part of why so many enjoy it is that a lot of younger people grew up with this film and were introduced to some of these ideas here. Bad turning good, fate is what you make it, people surprising you in both good and bad ways. Also, if you're an adult that really gravitated towards this film, maybe you're drawn to the
I'm sure
fact
some
that
of you actually
this
like it.
character has had a very checkered past, hasn't been taught that great, but still accomplishes a lot of good. I guess those are
Accomplishes
ideas
a lot
that
of
lot
drugs
adults can
here.
connect to. It's also an anime family movie that doesn't talk down too much to its viewers. There's a lot of moments of characters just having conversations, not always needing to throw in a sight gag or one-liner, which might be.
Yeah, and it
for
should have been
younger
an Adult
people watching
Swim
anime
show.
comedies.
Why can't the
I guess if
adults
I was
have
a kid, I would
anything
respect
ever?
the fact that they're trying to have more adult conversations and talk about adult
Especially
ideas.
something major in theater.
Seeing it in a major anime movie, maybe that would have connected with me. If I grew up with it, maybe I'd see more of the impact it had, but as is, I still see it as a good flick. Decent
It's all right, I
message, smart
guess.
jokes, inventive animation. It's
That
not a
part
personal
looks
favorite,
really
but
weird.
its hard work and effort makes it just super enough.
He looked like the ultimate bad
I'm
guy
a
there.
nostalgia critic guy, remember? So you don't have to.
Okay then. So there you go, everyone. If y'all want to watch the original video, the link is in the description. Go check it out and shit. Getting the fuck out of here. So yeah, my name is Billy Bob Tanley, and I approve this message.